Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're accessing a file on a man whose stated mission is to, well, solve intelligence itself. His work is already unlocking the secrets of life and, frankly, redefining what's even possible for humanity.
OK, computer, display the file. Our subject, Demis Hassabis, the CEO of Google DeepMind. His mission, right from the start, was to solve intelligence. So, what does that actually mean, and how is it already shaping our future? Let's access that first file.
All right, our briefing begins with one of the biggest scientific breakthroughs of our time. It's all centered on a massive challenge that had biologists completely stumped for half a century.
So here's the crucial point. Proteins. They literally make all life possible. And their 3D shape is everything. It determines their function. For 50 years, figuring out that shape was incredibly slow and expensive. We're talking years of work and hundreds of thousands of dollars just for a single protein.
And this is where the sheer scale of their ambition just changed completely. DeepMind's AI, which they called AlphaFold, it was getting so accurate and so fast that HASSABIS had this sudden realization right in the middle of a meeting. Why solve this problem for scientists one by one,
when you could just solve it for everyone all at once? So that's what they did. They ran their AI on nearly every single protein known to science and just gave the entire database to the world for free. This one act has accelerated research on everything from new medicines to crops that can withstand climate change. Just incredible.
Okay, accessing the second file. Now, this is where the mission really evolves. We're shifting from an AI that solves a known scientific problem to one that creates knowledge no human had ever even thought of before.
This brings us to a really fundamental question, doesn't it? Can an AI actually demonstrate true creativity? Can it generate an idea that isn't just new, but beautiful? So, the proving ground for this was the ancient game of Go. Now get this, there are more possible board positions in Go than there are atoms in the known universe. You just can't brute force a win. Victory requires what the human masters call intuition, this almost artistic feeling for the game.
Then, in 2016, during this huge, high-stakes match against world champion Lee Sedol, it happened. AlphaGo played Move 37. It was a move so alien, so completely unexpected that the expert commentators just dismissed it. They thought it was a rookie mistake. It basically violated centuries of human strategy.
But it wasn't a mistake. Not at all. It was the critical move that won them the game 100 moves later. For HASSABIS, this wasn't just about winning. This was the signal. This was proof that AI could generate genuinely new, creative ideas that were way beyond the scope of existing human knowledge.
So you have these two massive breakthroughs, decoding life and inventing strategy. And that brings us right to where we are now. This is the moment AI leaves the research lab and starts entering our daily lives.
But, this whole transition happened a lot faster than even its creators like HASSABIS had planned. His ideal path? It was to use these specialized AIs to solve science's biggest problems before releasing the more general systems out to the public.
But the timeline got forced. The launch of ChatGPT in late 2022, while it triggered a global race. It just fundamentally changed the rules of the game and created what HASSABIS calls a ferocious commercial and geopolitical pressure to move fast, fast, fast.
So you can see this acceleration is a real double-edged sword. On one hand, we get faster progress and public access to these incredible tools. But on the other hand, it leaves way less time for that careful, methodical, scientific approach. And it all happens in this high-pressure environment that's just a lot harder to control.
And that brings us to our final file, the future. Because with this kind of incredible power comes some pretty profound responsibility. So what does HASSABIS see on the horizon? He basically identifies two major concerns we need to get ahead of. First, you've got bad actors, people using powerful AI for harmful purposes. And second, there's the risk of the AI itself going rogue. As these systems become more and more autonomous, making sure they stay safely under our control becomes this huge technical challenge.
But despite those risks, his ultimate vision is incredibly optimistic. It's honestly straight out of science fiction. He sees AI helping us solve what he calls root node problems, things like clean energy and disease, unlocking space travel, and leading to an era of maximum human flourishing.
And that leaves us with this one last thought. For HASSABIS, the ultimate prize isn't just about curing diseases or traveling to the stars.
It's about using this unbelievable new tool to finally help us understand the deepest questions about our universe and our own place in it. File closed.